Welcome back to Blog Access 101. I'm your host, Young Abachi. This is episode 142. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify by searching Blog Access 101, which is BLOGACCESSS 101. I'm here today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm here today with my co-host, Rod. What up, Rod?
What up, dude?
All right, man. We start off right off with it with the All-Star snubs, reserve sleepers. It's kind of insane that my man Embiid is not an all-star starter. That just shows you that the league just still hates big men. KD is having a great season. But I know this is not the popular decision, but I probably would have had KD, the one that didn't make the all-star starters. I mean, Tatum was averaging 32 or 33 a game on a team that's number one seed. Embiid averaging what I think 32 or high 33. The point shit is crazy. I think like what LeBron averaged 30 a game is ranked sixth. It's crazy. But KD's having I think 29.8. Next doing much better than they were last year, but they're a 4 seed. So I definitely think that should have been Tatum, Embiid, Giannis in the front court, in my opinion. I started with that all-star starter snub, but who you got as your first all-star starter snub?
Yeah, I mean, the front court in the East is crazy. I think I understand the logic of like having KD be the one sit, but at the same time, like when Kyrie was out for like I think 13 games, they went like 12-1. So clearly KD is cooking over there. They playing well now that they without KD, but at the same time, KD been hurt before this current injury. Now you got this current injury, so I would sit him too, just based on like not playing all them games. The same thing, you can make the same argument for like Kyrie though. I mean, they're both starters, so
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I love Kyrie, but I didn't understand him getting that starting, and he was out for all the time with the issues with the owner and stuff. But obviously they let the fans pick, which I mean obviously is a good thing to do. With just like obviously keeping your fans engaged in the game, which is cool. But sometimes they be acting crazy. Like another thing, what's his name? Zion Williams. They're having a great season, but just injury prone. In my opinion, I know it's not the sexiest pick, but I really would have rather seen Sabonis get in there with the Kings. Because if any non-Kings fans would have said they would have been playing this well right now, I would have looked at you like he was crazy. Him and what's his name? De'Aaron Fox have just been playing pretty well. They're 3 seed in the West right now. I definitely think they deserve the All-Star starter. People saying Ja Morant was a snub. Let's be real. He wasn't starting over Steph Curry or Luka, so
I
don't really see that as a snub. I just feel like he just you on the wrong side. If he was on the East, you probably would have been a starter, but you on the West, so I mean, granted, now they split up the teams anyway, but it's like, I mean, I don't understand why they split it. I mean, it's cool having the captains go against such and such, which is cool. But I like the old school format. But it's always good to switch some stuff up from time to time. At least the fourth quarter is more entertaining now. But yeah, I don't see Ja as an all-star snub. People are saying Shea Alexander was an all-star snub. I mean, he played on Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's be real.
they playing well. They not that far under 500.
Oh,
I think I could. I think there should be like a requirement, like you had to play this many games out of this many games to be a starter. Cause like Ja been hurt, so I'm cool with Ja being on the bench. Ain't no way in hell Zion should be a starter. He done missed almost half their games, so Zion should be on the bench. Like my man, you could make an argument for AD if Zion started, because AD was cooking when he was playing, but he always hurt, so he should be on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steph and Luka. I mean, Steph was hurt too. Steph missed like a month, so it's a lot of dudes who've been missing
we know
games.
Steph was getting in there. So.
Yeah, that's the golden boy of the league. He getting the fan vote. And then Luka is Luka, leading the league in scoring. So they got the guards right on the West. They did Embiid dirty. I would have benched. I don't know who I would have benched on the East. I probably would have benched Giannis before I benched KD, because Giannis done missed some games too, and like Milwaukee played well enough when he wasn't in. So yeah, I probably would bench Giannis, but we know They love Giannis. Giannis is
He
the
averaged
captain.
31 and 12. Like that's why I said I couldn't bench Giannis. If I had to choose, it was going to have to be KD. One day of force,
Mm,
he's like, I mean, if you look at points, he's averaging 29 a game, or 28 a game, which is good because you got Kyrie
mm.
with you. But if it was an odd man out, he would have probably been the odd man out for the front court.
Yeah, and then in the West, yeah, I definitely wouldn't have started Zion, and I can't think of anybody else but Sabonis. And he had triple double threat.
Yes,
Kings a 3 seed. Um, he wanted to draft him in fantasy, but you beat me to him by a little bit.
yes, indeed.
Um, so so yeah, definitely. I'm not surprised. Like who, first year in the West playing on the Kings, who ain't been in the playoffs in a million years. Probably wasn't a big household name even before that, coming from Indiana. So I'm not surprised he didn't get like the crazy fan vote, but he definitely deserved it.
Oh yeah,
Shea. I mean, if it was strictly about like hooping, then you could start him over like Steph. He's having a better year than Steph for sure.
oh yeah, no question.
Um, but and crazy thing they don't talk about Shea is like two-way player. Like got a lot of block shots, a lot of steals. But yeah, Steph's the golden boy of the league, so not surprised.
Yeah, or I mean, this is an unpopular one as well. You can make it. You can actually kind of make a case for Laurie, marketing, but I mean,
Markkinen? Nah, his whole
I would
thing
say
was
Sabonis is
that
a better one though.
his
Huh?
whole case would have been that the Jazz were so good, but now they're under 500. Like they've been trash.
But they had us in the first half.
Yeah, like typical fall off. I knew this was coming. They are who we thought they were.
Facts. But yeah, that's my snubs for that one. Did you have any other ones?
I mean, as far as like the reserves, like Laurie's definitely a reserve. Ja's a reserve. Sabonis is a reserve. Shea's a reserve. So we know four of the reserves.
I mean, you
Um,
could throw in there. I mean, this is especially after what Jaylen Brown did to y'all yesterday. What he had 15 in overtime. Goodness gracious, y'all got cooked. But
after the refs cheated
you
us.
could throw say he was a snub and over maybe Donovan. I mean, but Donovan Mitchell got the Cavs playing. Well, they were playing good and they had a couple injuries. I think they're fifth seed now, which is
Yeah,
still
he
not
can.
bad. But
I
I could see
mean,
the case for Jaylen Brown.
Cavs were definitely my preseason pick for the team to look out for. But I
Boy,
mean, that's not all Donovan Mitchell. He got a lot of hype off the 71-point game, but other than that, that's a team unit. You got the Mobley brothers, Darius Garland over there, Karis LeVert. Like they got a team unit over there. Ricky Rubio's back. I didn't even hear about what Jared Allen might be doing over there, but I'm sure he's doing some good things. So they got a team. They got a roster. It ain't all Donovan Mitchell.
okay. Yeah, Tatum. I mean, not Tatum. Brown definitely had a good game yesterday, but we can go right into the next segment. With the Lakers and Celtics games. You know, I mean, that definitely was a clear foul, but I'm glad they didn't call it on my guy
Mm-hmm.
Tatum, man. We needed that overtime. You had overtime to fix your issues, and Jaylen Brown went crazy on y'all.
Yeah.
Care to comment?
Well, we know the refs been doing us dirty all year. You had that foul that was missed. I remember the other foul when Troy Brown was shooting that jump shot. They didn't call that. Like the refs been doing the Lakers bad all year. Still only a couple games under 500 though. So like we're definitely going to be a factor later on. As long as my man Street Clothes can stay healthy, we'll be good. LeBron out here, Renaissance man, and 38 years old, cooking. But the game was, I mean, it's a great game. I wish it would have went the other way. If it went to overtime and we still won, then like perfect game. But especially since I'm playing against Jason Tatum in fantasy this week, overtime is the last thing I wanted to see. I think this might be their second overtime of our fantasy matchup that Jason Tatum's had. So that's just how my luck is going. Um, but but I am part of the rare demographic that really does think that Jaylen Brown is just as good as Jason Tatum. So every time he gets a chance to show it, he shows it. He definitely cooked in OT yesterday, and good for him. Didn't want the Celtics to win, but good for him.
Interesting. You Lakers fans love to complain about things, but how about y'all just handle the game so they don't have to put it in the refs' hands to bail other teams out? How about y'all just do
And a
that?
win is supposed to be a win is supposed to be a win. A ref is supposed to make the calls. The ref ain't make the calls. Shout out to Pat Bev. The camera thing was hilarious. You gonna then the ref misses the call. Uh, is a part of this wonderful viral moment, and he gonna call a tech on Pat Bev? Like, don't call that tech.
I mean,
You
I feel
messed
like
up
the
one.
tech made the viral moment even better.
You don't call that tech after you actually missed the call and my man brought you proof. Like, yeah,
I was
that's
like, where did he
crazy.
even get the camera from? Like,
Right. I'm still trying to figure that out, actually. I only know where he got the camera from, but he's hilarious.
yeah, bro, Pepe, bro, I always thought he was funny, but bro, that's a legendary moment right there, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's some trying to put like America's funniest videos type Joe. My man came out with the camera. Oh man, that was hilarious. Somebody was like, did you saw the one call? I guess when Jalen Brown when he got the rebound, Pat Bev fouled him. They was like, how y'all call like Lakers fans is going crazy on Twitter like how they call that one but missed the blatant one. I was like,
It's crazy.
but it was
Yeah, that's
crazy
crazy.
because it was the old head that called the one for Brown, but didn't call the one that was on Bron. But to his defense though, it's kind of it's like when you like on the baseline, it's hard. Like sometimes it's hard to see that, John, because I be roughing, but it's like they coming at you full speed and shit, and like it's like you gotta like if you like missed it, like look somewhere else for like a tenth of a second, you're gonna miss that shit.
Oh shit. I could never be a ref. My attention span is not strong enough. I'm gonna be like watching the movement off the ball, like while the ball going to the hoop, miss the whole thing. But
Yeah,
no, that you saw that stat they shared in the group chat. That ref, the
yeah, it
Celtics
was
are like
me.
what? Yeah, 36-2 was it in the last
I
38,
mean, I
36
don't know how
games?
true it was, but if it was true, Jesus.
Listen. If it's true, that man be betting. Check his FanDuel account. Check his friends and family's FanDuel accounts because when that ref is in the Celtics game, you might as well take them money line every time at this point.
But here's the plot twist. What if he's hitting up random people to place his bets so he don't
Ah,
paper trail.
that's what I'm saying. Check his family and friends because like yeah, they gotta know like yeah, if he there in Boston or whatever the case may be, yeah, it's gonna be a Celtics money line night. Yeah, I was that.
Yeah, I Celtics money line yesterday, so shout out to the refs. Bless up.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna get the ref name, and every time I see that he referencing a Celtics game, I'm gonna do Celtics money line
Oh
until it
yeah.
don't work.
Every time we like, I wish they tell you like before the games or I don't know if they do already, like which refs is refing. Because every time
Mm-hmm.
Scott Foster refs them CP games, I know who to bet.
Oh yeah, bet against CP. Yeah, with Scott Foster. Yeah, it's crazy. Some of them streaks is crazy. All that need to be investigated.
Oh
CP
yeah,
called
no
that out
question.
too.
That one definitely needs to be investigated because that joint is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's do the well, we already talked about the Lakers. Let's talk about Jokic getting cooked by Embiid, 47 and 18 last night on my guy's head top. ESPN loves, they love their favorites. I gotta find the thing. It says so ESPN posted a video on YouTube. It's like Battle of the Bigs. Jokic and Embiid combined for 71 points.
Yeah, with 24 of them being Jokic's, yeah. That's a good way to dress it up, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like the dicking is astronomical.
Yeah. But
Because huh?
it's no secret that like Embiid is better than Jokic. It's just the media and all of them like Jokic better because he can pass. Like he's a better passer than Embiid. But
Oh no,
otherwise,
yeah.
Embiid's a better scorer. Definitely the better rebounder. Definitely the better defender.
I mean, I don't know. I would give it to Jokic a rebound because Embiid picks and chooses when he wants to rebound. But to his defense, he putting up so much points, putting the team on his back. Tobias Harris, please wake up. What are you doing out there? But
Yeah.
oh, did you see PJ Tucker actually do something yesterday with the tipping? I said, oh, he's actually
That's
doing something that can help us. Interesting.
that's what he there. He there for the dirty work. That's what they brought him in for.
Oh well.
So
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah.
The tipping was his only 2 points, but man, could it at a
Exactly.
better time.
That's what he there for. The small
That is
winning plays.
crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Has he had a 10-point game yet this season? I have doubts.
No, I don't think he has.
Yeah, I have
That's
doubts.
crazy.
Yeah. That's another bet y'all can always lock in. PJ Tucker under 9.5 points if that's
Really,
the
you could
option.
do under 7 because I don't think he touches 7. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my man don't score. He might. And the day that I bet it, like watch he hits 2 threes in the first quarter or something, I got
Oh
sweat the
yeah.
whole rest of the game.
Facts.
Man. But yeah, he's there for the dirty work, the winning plays. You need that.
He don't even do his corner threes no more. This is crazy. Yo, he
Oh,
hasn't
he
hit
be missing them.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. but they winning. They I think the Sixers were like 21-4 in their last 25. So
yes, indeed,
they
we are.
yeah,
Thanks
they
to
out here cooking.
Harden, because ain't nobody else doing shit. Oh, and Maxey, pardon me.
Yeah, my man Maxey.
I guess you could say Tobias done something, even though we paying him. He got the most money and got us 14-6 yesterday. What impressive!
That's fourth option numbers. He the fourth option. You
He
gotta
can.
show Tobias
I
some
mean, he
love.
always a good rebounder. He fell off from that. I don't know what happened.
Embiid grabbed 18 of them. You don't need to grab boards if
I'm
Embiid
talking
is
about like
grabbing
this
18.
season, not just like yesterday.
Oh yeah, I don't
One,
know.
that was the one good thing that he consistently did was rebound. He'll get like 8 or 9 or 10 or something, 8 to 10 range, but definitely consistent.
Yeah,
So
because
I need him to bring
he got
that.
the most. He got their most, I guess, the best combination of speed and height in their starting lineup. So get some boards.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump to Carolina Panthers not making Steve Wilkes the head coach. Matt Rule, shout out to Temple. He got fired when they won it for. Steve Wilkes took over. They went 6-6 as well, still being in playoff contention.
Mm-hmm.
Had a lot of quarterback issues, but Darnold was injured. Then had that guy, I think they call him Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah, the Bake Show.
Oh
My
God,
guy, my guy.
yeah, bake show for the other team. But anyway, he played without subpar quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Hubbard has been getting better, but he lost what should have been their franchise player, which was Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
And really made that team better. And 6-6, obviously, I'd say the one big hiccup in his coach's thing with the Panthers was when he let Mike Evans go crazy that one game, kept one-on-one coverage him. That was insanity.
Yeah.
But other than that, I
Yeah.
really can't think of any like where he just played outright just horrible. I really thought he should have won that job. As we can see, we know times are not fair. Hopefully he gets a coaching job somewhere else, especially with a better team. They gave it to Frank Reich, who was a decent coach. Had a good year at Eagles, but we saw what he did with the Colts. I mean, he got fired with the Colts, and then y'all just rehire him with the Panthers. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I think Wilkes should have got it. Hopefully he gets another job opportunity somewhere else, because I don't think he did bad with that team. The Giants game they could have won, but shit happens. That
Mm-hmm.
Panthers won. I mean, no, not Panthers. The Falcons won when they lost in overtime. Okay, they could have won that. But
No
other than
bad
that,
losses.
yeah. But I mean, then they beat the Lions 2 weeks before. I mean, right before Christmas Eve, and the Lions was on a roll back then.
Yeah, that's the reason why the Lions ain't make the playoffs. So,
Exactly. Knocking teams out of the
yeah.
playoffs. Gotta
I
get
mean,
a second chance after that. At
you know
least
how it is. I mean, the league. I mean, everybody knows there's a race problem in the NFL. People finding ways around the Rooney Rule, all of that. So he definitely deserved that job. Of course, he made the crazy mistake in that last game. That could have, if he'd have got to the playoff and they won that last game, like we wouldn't be having this conversation. But your team's injured to the point where you got to call 35-year-old Josh Norman up off the street to play his first game of the year. No training camp, no nothing. So,
crazy.
you can say, oh yeah, they should have doubled and tripled Mike Evans, but then Chris Godwin probably would have went off or whatever the case. Like you're playing against Tom Brady at the end of the day, so I don't think they had a chance with the cornerback situation. And blame the D coordinator, if anything. But
I would like
yeah,
to go to Arizona, see what he do over there. Much better team than Carolina.
yeah, that might be the only spot that's open. Okay, I think Denver made their choice, right? Who did Denver hire?
I forgot
Oh,
somebody.
yeah.
You got the Colts and then the Texans, but I don't know who the hell would want to go to the Texans. I mean, they gotta get in that first pick or second pick, because they found a way. Well, Lovey Smith said, y'all gonna fire him,
Yeah,
so y'all don't get the pick. That's gangster.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, the Texans. I mean, they just had a black head coach. So if there is if race is the reason, I think he could get the Houston job. Arizona's got a black quarterback, so maybe go there. But I don't know. Between him and Eric Bieniemy, like Eric Bieniemy should have been had a job. So it's something crazy. Between now, we got two black head coaches out there who should be one but aren't one. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think I think the Broncos still looking for a head coach, but I wouldn't really want to go there. But Russell Wilson is your quarterback, who is clearly regressing significantly.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a good defense. Since he's obviously defensive minded coach, that is a good defense to have. But I guess D'Amico Ryans was defensive coordinator over there in Houston, right?
He was at one point, and now he's in San Fran. That's another. I mean, that's probably where Houston's gonna get D'Amico Ryan. So there's three black head coaches out there who should be head coaches but
But the
aren't
person
yet.
you're not even naming is Eric Bieniemy. I don't know how he
Yeah,
did
that's what
that
I'm saying.
coaching job.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I said him. Yeah, he should have been hired 3 years ago by somebody. I mean, great situation in Kansas City. Like, it's good to not leave that, but you want to run your own show at some point, and I know he can. So
yeah. Let's get into our conference championship picks for today. Eagles 49ers, bang bang Niners gang. Who do you have in that one?
this game is so tough because I obviously hate the Eagles, and then as a Rams fan, I hate the Niners just a little bit more. Bang Bang Niner game is like Bang Bang Niner gang is literally one of the worst team chants I've ever heard. Like,
What is your guys?
we just say like whose house, Rams house. Ours isn't like, but we don't
Oh,
chant it.
that's
It's just it's
fantastic.
yeah. Ours is like a written one, like a hashtag. Like we don't be screaming it because we know like the Niners clearly don't know, so they be screaming it. But yeah, I mean, and the Niners fans are crazy too. They out here shouting Brocky. When I first saw that, I was like, damn, do I have to root for the Eagles? Because now you're disrespecting the city. I might
No,
hate the
we're
team.
not rooting for the Eagles, bro. We'll never hear the end of it with LR, bro.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's funny. I texted him about it. He's like, no, you bad luck. Root for the Niners. I'm like, I'm not bad luck.
We're root for the Eagles if you bad luck, brother.
I say I'm not bad luck unless you're the Buffalo Bills, because man, did they get cooked when I was like rooting for them. But I don't know. It's gonna be a physical game. I mean, I think the Niners do have what it takes to beat the Eagles. Um, just that physicality to really like rough Jalen Hurts up, slow everything down. But
Mm.
same thing on the other side. The Eagles got the physicality to make that young man Brock Purdy actually feel the heat and start making some mistakes actually. So that game's a toss up. I'm glad they put it first, get it out the way. Also, you would not pick that game over Chiefs Bengals, but yeah, I'm gonna go. I guess I got to make a choice, and I do think the one storyline I want to see is Andy Reid versus the Eagles. So I'm gonna pick the Eagles.
That would be good to see Andy Reid beat his team. That would be lovely for me. But it's not going to happen. I'm taking Bengals over Chiefs. Joe Burrows has a crazy game today. T. Higgins goes off. Jamar Chase goes crazy. I got Burrows going for 330 plus yards, passing yards with 4 touchdowns. It's gonna be a shootout. I think Bengals win by 4. Let's say I say 27-23. Bengals. You know, they had a shot last year. Couldn't capitalize. I think I thought it was the Bills year, but the Bengals showed who they nation, that who they thought they were. So I think they go and knock out the Chiefs again, knock out another team they was underdogs against. And I think they end up winning the Super Bowl.
So
I had,
Bengals over Niners.
yeah, even though I had the 49ers and Bills in the Super Bowl with the Bills winning. Hopefully one of my teams gets the Super Bowl so I can win the Pick'em League.
Oh, yeah, I lost that pick'em league already. It's over. But we on opposite sides of the fence. I got Eagles Chiefs. I just don't see like love Joe Burrow, love the Bengals. I was like if I didn't like the Rams, the Bengals would have been my team back in the Chad Johnson days. But I just don't see Joe Burrow beating Pat Mahomes 4 straight times. I think the Bengals are getting a little too cocky. I heard like the Burrowhead talk instead of Arrowhead.
Yeah, I like
I
it. I like it.
I do worry. I'm about to say I do worry because out of the 4 units, offense, defense on both sides, I think the Chiefs defense is the weakest of those 4 units. But I think the Chiefs, I mean, they've been built for this for a while. Like their offense can win a shootout. So
but we saw. Well, I gotta take it back because last year, the Bills supposed to beat them, and they let the Bills even let Patrick Mahomes get lucky.
Cooking. Yeah, Pat Mahomes is never out of a game. I do want to see a shootout today. I don't want to see the surprise defensive battle that these games often yield. But yeah, I think Chiefs win a shootout. I'm thinking we see like 35-31. And then I'm thinking on the East Coast here, we see the defensive slugfest. I think Eagles might give us like a 21-17 win.
Interesting. They got me in. They got me in the. I'm looking at the pick 'em for the playoff, John. They got me at second. Ah man, I'm down by 4.
I know I'm last place. I gotta be.
Oh, so my guy, he got the damn, I think I got second. I think I lost. Because my guy, he got
Niners, Bills, probably. I think three of us picked Niners, Bills.
oh, he got Niners Chiefs. Oh, baby. I need
Oh,
it
so
wouldn't
you need
matter.
the Chiefs to lose.
Yeah, so I definitely need Chiefs, but it wouldn't even matter because he got the 49ers still. I'm like, damn it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we all picked like Niners to make the Super Bowl, and then three Bills and one Chiefs, I guess.
Yeah, it's the Bills one that screwed me over. That was definitely the killer. Oh well, I tried.
Yeah,
Right,
same.
got 7. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I did terribly. I went all the wild. I wanted the playoffs to be wild. I had Tampa Bay going far, even though I knew better. I had Buffalo winning the Super Bowl. Shouldn't have did that. Um, I actually had the Eagles losing earlier than the conference championship game. Shouldn't have did that. So yeah, we wilded out, but it didn't. It didn't pay off. Can't wait till March Madness though. I'm winning all the brackets. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
I think I came in third last year out of like 13, 14 people. So I'm coming for the crown this year.
This dude is crazy. But yeah, man. Appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, got one more quick topic. Not even a topic, but Candace Parker really went to the Aces. That's crazy on the
Oh
WNBA
yeah.
side.
They might
Yeah,
was get ready to hoist up another banner over there.
yeah.
Vegas.
Simulate this season. Pay them women. Don't play the games. The Aces are your 2023 champs. Like save time.
Yeah, go ahead and put that in as your lock for your fantasy. I'm not fantasy for the when you're doing your team winners, aces easily. Her and Asia Wilson down low is going to be crazy work. Lisa Knightley is
Oh,
nice. It's the era of Kalia Cooper now over there with the Chicago Sky.
oh
Um,
yeah, she dropping 30 a game. She about to put up NBA
I know,
numbers.
I know who I'm picking in fantasy this year. I shouldn't be saying this same league, but yeah.
Oh no, it's a good job. Yeah, I won that league last year. I got to defend
I
my
knew you was gonna
crown.
say something. It's crazy. I was in this WNBA league page league and won that joint. They got second in ours. I was like, man,
Oh yeah, you trying to join a random Yahoo joint if they do WNBA? Because that's how you guarantee like some folks will put some money on it.
it was only on ESPN.
Yahoo, you gotta do better.
Yeah, it was somebody
Gotta
new.
do better.
Who we doing this year?
Yeah, we gotta start drumming up the interest now. You know, folks be trying to front on the ladies on the W. But
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Oh yeah. Remember you said you got your locks? Well, I guess we already did the team locks. So you got any player pops? I already said mine. Joe Burrow's 330 plus passing yards.
Yeah, let me look up a prop real quick. I do like whatever the Joe Mixon under is. Go with that.
Hmm.
That's my lock. Take Joe Mixon to not have a big day. The Chiefs defense will surprise us. They always got one D lineman that always like shows up and does the whole star thing. I think don't they got Carlos Dunlap? And didn't he used to play for the Bengals? That's a guy to look out for if I'm right about those. So Joe Mixon has a bad day. Take the Joe Mixon under
Hmm. For which one?
for rush yards.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, he's definitely on the Chiefs. But that shows like a revenge game for him. That's cute. Don't worry, though.
Mm.
Bengals 27-23. You heard it here first. Remember, I said it. If you want to do a score prop, I'm not saying it's a lock, but if you want to do a YOLO one, have at it.
Yeah, get a little plus money, get a little alt spread action.
Yeah. Hey, man, appreciate you coming out.
Yes, sir. Another episode in the books.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace.
All right.